Hello and welcome. In this example, we'll discuss whether to choose a circle or a square to occupy the maximum area given that their perimeters are the same. Before we get started, please recall that we have looked at the maximum area in various shapes. Starting with rectangles, we said that the maximum area rectangle given a fixed perimeter will be in the shape of a rectangle where the length and the width are equal, or in the shape of a square. In triangles, we said that the maximum area triangle is the one where all the sides of the triangle are equal. So when we look at these two shapes that represent the maximum possible area given a fixed perimeter in rectangles and in triangles, we can tell that these shapes are quite symmetrical. So a square is the most symmetrical rectangle because it has the maximum number of lines of symmetry a rectangle can have. On the other hand, an equilateral triangle is the most symmetrical triangle because it has the maximum number of lines of symmetry, which is 3. So this makes me think maybe there is a relationship between the symmetry of the shape and the area or the optimum area that it occupies. Maybe yes, maybe not. But I want you to ponder on it and keep your guesstimation in your head. And at the end, after we solve this problem, then we can check and see whether you're right or wrong. So let's get started. So we have to discuss two different shapes here. The shape of a circle and the shape of a square. So in both these shapes, the perimeter is the same, 900 meters. And we're going to find the area. So if the perimeter is 900 meters, we know that perimeter equals 2 pi r in a circle, which means that 900 must equal 2 pi r. That will make the radius equal to 900 divided by 2 pi. In a more simplified form, I would say that the radius equals, remember 900 divided by 2 is 450 divided by pi. Now, I'm not going to find the value, the decimal value of it, because it's a number that I'm going to need to use to find the area of the circle. And rounding this answer and using it to find another measurement can affect the accuracy of my answer, right? The area. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi r squared means that it is pi, and r in our case is 450 divided by pi. And that must be brought to the power of 2. So you can easily use a calculator now to find the value of this expression. But I decided to simplify a bit first. So that would be 450 squared over pi squared. So the square will apply to every part of the fraction. Now, this pi will be to the power of 1, and this is to the power of 2. So pi will simplify one of the pi factors, and that will give 450 to the power of 2 divided by pi. That's the area. And now I use the calculator, and the calculator gives me 64,457.8 rounded to 1 decimal. So that would be meters squared, and that's the area of the circle. Now, similar to how we found the area of the circle, we're going to find the area of the square. But obviously, the perimeter for the square would be 4 times the length. It's a different shape, right? And that's how we find the dimensions of the square with a given perimeter. So 900 equals 4L. Divide both sides by 900. Divide 900 by 4 and 4L by 4. And we get 225 for the length. So that means that the area, which is L squared, will be 225 squared. Use the calculator to find this value and you will get 50,625 meters squared. So the area of the square with the perimeter of 900 meters will be 50,625. The area of the circle with a perimeter of 900 meters will be 64,458.8. So as you can see, the area of the circle ended up being bigger than the area of the square. Was that your prediction? So let's talk about it. The area of the circle is greater than the area of the square. And that is because when you look at a circular shape and compare it with a square shape, a circle will have the most lines of symmetry. Think about it this way. Any diameter drawn on the circle is a line of symmetry for the circle because it divides it in two equal parts. So think of how many diameters we can draw. An infinity number of diameters. In a square, on the other hand, we can only draw 4 lines of symmetry. So because of this, it's easier for us to predict that the area of the circle will be bigger than the area of the square. I hope this made sense, and I hope you enjoyed listening and learning from this lesson. And thank you for watching.